Good evening and welcome to Dinner with Grandma. My name's Jim and I'll be your server tonight. I can't tell my family story without including food, and it's a good story. It's about immigration from Europe. It's about the Great Depression. It is about the realization of the American dream. And one thing I love to do is take recipes, particularly from my grandma, and bring those stories and recipes into my 21st century family so that we can talk about where our family's been and how we got where we are today and where we're going. And today that 21st century family includes my 14-month-old son, Micah. Micah thinks I'm a pretty good guy, an excellent singer, and a pretty good cook. And we've started to share some of our family recipes with him, some of the basic stuff, but as you know, children can be picky, right? Picky eaters. They like to throw food on the floor because the dog likes it. But really, Micah's been an amazing guy as far as eating right from day one. Yogurt and fruit and vegetables. This kid loves vegetables. Like, he loves broccoli. I feed him broccoli every day. And no, really, look at that face. That face says, "Hey, Dad, you knocked it over the wall again. Can I have another spoon of that green goop I've just spewed all over the floor?" And thanks for capturing this moment forever. That's a Norman Rockwell moment right there. But my grandparents, I spent a lot of time with them. This is my grandfather. He was a real character. He came from Croatia. He was a farmer on the Gold Coast of Africa, went to Cleveland, Ohio, and got his barber license, moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and started a barber shop, and that's where he met my grandma. In Milwaukee, not in a barbershop. That would be weird. He also introduced me to grilling, and I was a little guy, but we had a gas grill and had a rotisserie, and there's a leg of lamb. And he also taught me that men cook too. It's not just grandma. It's not just mom. My grandma came here differently. She was young. She was at Ellis Island. She was alone. She was full of a lot of apprehension, but thankfully, her head was full of a lot of recipes, too. She had a big heart, and she had a big smile. And as soon as she got to America, she really acclimated herself. And she brought all the Croatian stuff, like palachinka and all this exotic stuff. But she put her own twist on fried chicken. And she embraced all America had to offer. She used salt and pepper. I mean, these were heady days for Grandma. And chicken was a big thing. She would tell the story of, how after the Depression, like one chicken would have to last a family for the whole week, and the challenge. But there was love in her voice, and there was nostalgia, and it struck me as a little kid like, it seems like it was really hard, but it seems like it was great. So today I'm talking to you about another chicken dish from my grandma. It's chicken paprikash, if you know what that is. If you don't, it's chicken and dumplings, but oh, what dumplings and what sauce. It's an amazing dish, and it's my absolute favorite food. And of all the recipes she had, and she made lots of great food, but chicken paprikash became kind of our family signature dish. It's comfort food, it's simple food, but we used it on big occasions because we loved it so much. And it was always absolutely my favorite meal. Look at this guy, look at that hair. Look at that developing facial hair over the lip. Jim, you had a straight A report card. That happened once. What would you like for dinner? Chicken paprikash. It was my favorite meal. It remains that way today. My wife doesn't have to ask me. So my last 2 minutes, there's the actual recipe. There's 6 ingredients. This is a lightning round. I'm going to teach you how to make this dish. This is not a 30-minute or less. Rachel Ray is not making this on TV tonight. Lots of extra time to talk about family and stories and drink wine or whatever. So you've met our chicken before. Now we're cutting them into 8 pieces. We're putting them into a saucepan. There's butter. He's getting browned on both sides. Then we're going to add a little bit of water up to about halfway. We're going to cover him. He's going to fall off the bone tender. Over here we have another saucepan. We've taken a humble yellow onion. We've diced him up. We put him in there. He does not get browned. He just sweats. He rests. We move him around. When he starts getting happy, then the fun starts. We put a little flour on top. We made a roux. And now we're going to add something that lends its name to the dish. It's paprika. It's rusty. It's spicy. That's actually the Dutch oven my grandma gave me. And then we add some milk, and now it becomes this wonderful orange sauce that you could eat styrofoam with this stuff. It's amazing. So it goes over here now, and we're going to make dumplings because this is the best part, but my grandma would call them holushka because that's what they're called. But you take a cup and a half of flour and a half a cup of milk and an egg, and you make this dough, and you rip off these little pieces about the size of your pinky, and you put it in boiling water, and 8 minutes later, it's boom, you've got dumpling heaven. And then what's left, right? You go to Penzies, you buy a bunch of, no. You add some salt, you add a little bit of pepper, then you plate it, and whatever this may lack in visual appeal, wait for it, here it comes. It is the most delicious meal, and I'm sure Bobby Flay or somebody from the Food Network is dying to get some organic Chervil or a big squirt bottle to finish the dish, but You know my grandma after 4.5 minutes. She's not having any of that. So thank you for enjoying dinner with Grandma, and have a great night.